Sorry about that. Hubby just come for his lunch. Yeah, so I was talking about challenges. Now, I um, I thought that I would take part in this last month's challenge. Again, I honestly sorry, but I can't remember the name. But it was sewing a blouse for April. And most of you know I love a blouse because I think they're so versatile, and I actually did make this one for April, but I chose not to enter into it, mainly because of what I described to you before: feeling overwhelmed, being on a time scale, and it kind of puts pressure on yourself without you even realizing it. So I decided not to put myself forward in that challenge. I have done them in the past, and particularly So Frugal, which I did last year. And I do know that lots and lots of people enjoy their being part of it, as I said. But I wanted to say that it's okay not to do them, and sew because you love it. And I've always loved sewing. It's always been my sanctuary, and it has provided me with not only beautiful wardrobe, but actually peace in my mind. Many of you will know that sadly I lost my younger sister 10 years ago now, and my daughter 3 years following that. And it was the only thing that I could get my mind into doing, because now as I sew, it's more intuitive. I don't have to think about it, and that was so peaceful for me to do that. And I also sew in my daughter's old bedroom, so again I felt like I was wrapped in some sort of special, almost like love. So that's my take really on challenges. I think I would encourage you to look at them. I'd encourage you to think about what it is that you want to do, either for your wardrobe or for your development in skill. But I would say to you, if you don't complete it, or you don't want to at the end put yourself forward, then it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, and don't put pressure on yourself so that you lose the very thing that you do sewing for. So I just wanted to say that to you, because I know now it's May the 1st today, and Me Made May, which is a very old challenge where you wear something from your wardrobe that you've made every single day, and then you share it either, I think it used to be on Facebook, but now it's on Instagram. I might do that, I might not, I don't know. I'm just taking a lot of pressure off myself now, because I've spent years being pressurized. I'm so sorry. We've got everyone and the world out today with lawn mowing, garden development, you name it. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. But yes, be kind to yourself and do sewing because you love it, not because you think you've got to do it. Right, as usual, I wanted to also share with you a few pieces of fabric. Now, my excuse for this is not that I need one. In Ashby, Zouch, which is in Leicestershire, a couple of miles from where I live in a village just outside of there. It's a beautiful market town, very old, and I think it's a lovely place to visit, even if you don't plan to come and shop there. But there are some lovely independent shops that sell anything and everything that you could want, plus a couple of high street shops, but mainly the whole high street and the little kind of nooks and crannies off the main street are independent retailers. And up until around about November last year, we had always had a fabric shop of some description in the high street. However, that closed down, and of course I was devastated, as most people are when you get used to popping in and having somewhere to go and buy your little bits and bobs from. And I have to say the fabric was always of the highest quality. Anyway, I got a notification on Instagram that the shop was going to open again, and this was around about February time, and the previous manager has now decided to do the shop under her own name and to really offer everyone locally and you know, the world out there, because she's got an online facility as well. Lovely fabrics again. I was hoping to go to the opening day, but my grandson was with me and there was a reason I couldn't, so I didn't get there. But if you do get the chance, have a look at Emma's shop. It's called The Fabric Boutique, and it sits at the top of the high street, almost just past the zebra crossing. And I've got a few pieces that I want to show you about what I'm going to make. Not all of it's from the Fabric Boutique, but a couple of things I put in here because I want to do them for summer. So the first piece is, I love tessuti patterns, and I just get the PDF, but for some reason I decided actually I'm going to see what the printed versions are like. So I got this pattern, the Innis shirt, you can see that, and I just love that. This came with a beautiful almost like a parcel bow on it, and I got this from the Fold line. The size is a 6 to 16, and I know I'll need a 16 because I've made these patterns before, and also I know that the finished measurements are included on this, which I always think is really, really helpful. If you've known me for long, you'll know that I like to go by finished measurements, not necessarily by the routine measurements. So this is the Innis shirt. I will cut this pattern because it's the largest size, so that won't make a great deal of difference. And I've got this linen cotton blend, and I've got this from Fabworks. I had some shirting weight, and I don't know whether you can see this, but there is a little bit of pattern in there. Let's see, but very subtle. It's a good weight, and I know that if I like that, I'll make a pure linen one in some slightly heavier weight, probably like enzyme wash linen or something. So I'm going to get on and do that quite soon. So that's the first one that I've got. I recently bought a new pattern from Sew House 7. I bought the Regalia blouse, and this is that pattern. Simple, but I really love the neckline. It's a stand-up collar with a tie at the back. it has gathers front and back on the long sleeve version there, so nicely loose fitting, and the short sleeve version has cuffed short sleeves, but it also has a little tie band that comes around, so it gives it some shaping. Now, I'm not sure which sleeve version I'm going to do yet, but I've had this fabric for yonks, and I got this from Boys. I think I bought about 8 meters, and it's a little bit like cutaway. It was so cheap. It was something like £2.50 a metre, and I just thought I'll know that I'll use this for lots of things, so I'm going to give that a go and see how that turns out. And I'm tempted to make the short sleeve version, but I don't know that I'll put the cuffs on yet. Right, next thing, I'm going to start from this place. Okay, so I subscribe to Simply Sewing, and I got this pattern free in one version. It's a few months ago now, and this is, I'm sure, by the Avid Seamstress, and these are the Leah culottes. Now, I was tempted to buy this a while ago. It's got an invisible zip inside seam and pockets, and then at the front you can see there's a little bit of pleating, which is great if you've got a bit of a tummy like me. They suggest to use light to medium weight fabrics, and the sizing of which I will be choosing is possibly a UK size 18, or well, it will be between a 16 and 18, as the hip measurements are 43 to 46, so I fall just in between those two. So I am going to make these, and the fabric I bought for it is some triple crepe actually, and this is from the Fabric Boutique. I just love this gorgeous, it's like an emerald green, isn't it? And I know that these will drape nicely, it'll wash brilliantly because this kind of fabric always does, and I might even have some left over because, what does it say, sizes 4 to 8 will take 2.3 meters if it's 145 centimeters. Well, actually this is, I think, the 60-inch wide, which is 150 centimeters, so it's not going to take that much, but beautiful. Next pattern is one I bought from Jolie Lab. I've got something very similar to this, which is the Florence top from Merchant and Mills, but I quite like this one, and this is a company that I bought, I think I bought 3 patterns from, just to really try out and see how I like them. French pattern company, but as you can see, you do get, is this PDF of course, you do get French language, but in actual fact on the sewing instructions it's French at the top, English underneath, so that is really helpful. And the fabric I am going to use, again from the Fabric Boutique, is this beautiful Georgette. Now Georgette is similar to a crepe, triple crepe, but this is single crepe really, and in fabric world it's known as Georgette. I think this is absolutely stunning. and I know it'll look great with this, won't it? So next, I have had this pattern ages. It's called the Rosella top, and you can see there it is by the Sewing Revival, the New Zealand pattern designer. Very easy, simple pattern. Four pieces to it, and if you use ribbing, as you can see on this one, it actually means that you can use both woven and knit for this fabric, for this pattern, and I have done that in the past and I love it. So I'm going to do a knit version in this, again from the Fabric Boutique, this viscose jersey, and won't that look stunning with the culottes? So can you see a theme here? I really like this, and I think I'm going to use white cuffing so that I don't have to fiddle around with the making my own waistband and neckband, etc. So that's that one. Then I've got two pieces and I'm not sure what I'm making from these yet. So this is one, again this is a viscose jersey. These may not be in stock now, but if I put the Fabric Boutique's website, you can have a look. Not that expensive actually. This is probably like something like £6 to £8 for a metre, but gorgeous colours, and I know with my white knee-length shorts this will make a great top. So I'm going to find so you can even make the short sleeve version there, which I'm tempted to do. The other piece, which again is the pink version, is this, and again it's got that gorgeous tealy, turquoisey, dullish turquoise really. Isn't that gorgeous? Viscose jersey, and that was from the Fabric Boutique. Finally, now I don't know whether you've seen this. This was a free pattern as well. It's a McCall's M7948, and this is stunning. I made that version there, which has got inverted pleats, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. I didn't put the frill around the sleeve, I just kept the sleeve short. So I'd made a version of this, and I'll put you a photograph so you can see. I went into the Fabric Boutique and they said, oh, let's take your photograph wearing that. So it was a very inexpensive fabric, and it was really wearable. So in my mind, it was going to be in my wardrobe. So I knew that I would want to make another one, and this is what I'm going to make. And again, this is a very silky viscose with polyester from the Fabric Boutique, and I just think in that little print there it will look gorgeous, and I'll be able to wear that too in the summer. Right, this is going to be a bit longer than I wanted it to be, so I am sorry about that, but I do hope that you enjoy watching what I've done, what I'm planning to do. I'm not putting any pressure on myself when they're going to be done, but when they're done you'll see them. And I'd also like to say a huge thank you to Emma for starting up that shop, and I do think small businesses, particularly today, we should be supporting them So that's why I decided to come on and give her a shout out. I'd also like to say a huge shout out to the Wednesday night Zoom from Beyond the Pink Doors, Andrea's little sewing collective. We do have such fun on there, and we talk about all things, included sewing, and I really do look forward to our Zoom meetings. And then I will be coming back to you with a few ladies asked me if I would do a video on my dresses for very special occasions that I made whilst I was president of the Royal College of Midwives. So I am going to try and get up in the loft and get those down, and I'll go through them and hopefully remember what I made them for and when. If you think anything else that you'd like to see me do, please drop a comment below, and I'll say au revoir to you now. Keep sewing, but more than that, take pressure from yourself and enjoy it, and be kind, not just to everyone else, but